Morning Vikes, today is Tuesday, August 25th. Welcome to Princeton High School for our 9th graders, 10th and 11th. This is our underclass meetings. This is not what we envisioned, but as Vikings we're resilient and we're going to take what's handed to us. So here's our mission statement. Our whole goal here is to empower each student for college, career, and life success. Just want to welcome you. This is the administration staff. I'm Mr. Balmer, I'm the head principal. And then next to myself is Mrs. Stoller. She's the 9th grade principal, but she's the associate head. Then we have Mr. Tim Walker. Mr. Walker is our 12th grade principal. Next to Mr. Walker, we have Mr. Newton. Mr. Newton is our 11th grade principal. And then we have 10th grade Mr. Dan Wade. And Dean of Students is Coach Daniels, and our athletic AD director is Mr. Joe Roberts. Now for our fantastic counseling team, we have Mrs. Kelly Wiedmeyer, who is our 10th grade principal, also the department head. Mrs. Chrissy Grable, our 12th grade principal. Ms. Desiree Gould, our 11th grade principal. Mrs. Demetria Brown, our 9th grade principal. And then Ms. Andrea Burrows, our career counselor, but will also work with our 12th grade team as well, alongside with Mrs. Grable. Underclassmen, this is what the Ohio Department of Education says, that you must have 20 credits to graduate. The right 20 credits, and you must accumulate 18 end-of-course points, error points, and they must be the right points. Our counseling team will do a fantastic job coaching you up on what are the right points on that. So this gives you an example. You might want to take a photo of this. I would, because these are the amount of credits, the right credits that you must have. 4 math, 4 English, 3 science, 3 social studies. And then on the other side, it tells you how many electives you have that you must obtain throughout your tenure here at Princeton High School. So I would take a photo of this. This is what you need in order to graduate. And this is the bare minimum as far as what you need to accumulate as far as our end of course points. So you can see there graduation test requirements. If you average the bare minimum and you get the total of 18, the right points, then you will graduate. Our goal is though to make sure though that you get past 18, so we're not in an area, a gray area where you may not graduate. So I would take a photo of this as well. Here is our new grading scale, which I mentioned the day before. It's a lot different than we utilized in the past. I would take a photo of this. This goes hand to hand with the new grading system that we're implementing, standards-based grading. So I would take a photo of this. This is going to hold true in every one of our classes. If you have a question, if you are a 9th or 10th grader, you should email Mrs. Patty Basante. If you are a junior and you don't know your progress book, then you should email Mrs. Holly Ford. They will be able to give you your information, your updated password with progress book, and they do a very good job with that. Here are semester and final exams. Interim progress reports are sent home the 5th week of each quarter. Report cards are sent at the end of each grading period. There are 3, this is the theme for the year. It's with the theme that I said the other day. It holds true for all of us here. There are 3 characteristics of a Viking. There's work ethic, resiliency, and Viking pride. Work ethic. We're going to demonstrate a strong Princeton Viking work ethic. It's an important part of being successful no matter whatever career you decide. A Princeton Viking work ethic is a set of values based on ideas of discipline and hard work. Building a strong Princeton Viking work ethic will allow a person to train themselves that hard work is automatic. The second characteristic is resilience. The importance of resilience or resiliency is a Princeton Vikings' ability to adapt and bounce back when things don't go as planned, like this year. We have that resiliency. A resilient Princeton Vikings are people that don't wallow or dwell on failures. We acknowledge the situation, we learn from our mistakes, and then we move forward. Our third and our most important is our Viking pride. Authentic Viking pride makes you a better person. Those who felt it were more generous and empathetic. Some key things that we need to talk about throughout this entire year. Masks must be worn at all times. Mr. Walker here is demonstrating that. When we arrive and we dismiss, we must utilize just these 3 doors. Door number 30, the high school main entrance, and Viking Village door number 1. You will get an agenda. In order to go to the bathroom, you must have your agenda because you only get 2 restroom passes per quarter. So we got to make sure that you have your agenda with you at all times. Chromebooks, it's your responsibility to bring your Chromebook every single day to school. We will not have any to pass out to you, so it's an important ingredient for you to be successful. These are some things for 9th graders, it might be a little different, but for the rest of us, this is something that we were consistent upon last year. Universal expectations, our cell phones, will only be used in a positive way. We're not going to film other students, other staff. That will be disciplined very heavy on that aspect. We're going to be positive with our cell phones. We'll use it in a way to educate ourselves. Tardies is something that also is a universal expectation, not only tardies to school, but tardies to class. Because we're on a remote, shortened schedule, because it's an A and B week, it's more important than ever to be on time to school and to class. If we have too many tardies, then we're going to have to look for those students to be remote. We had a universal expectation of hoodies versus earbuds, and our students weighed heavily on this, and overwhelmingly, they chose earbuds over hoodies. So we're going to allow earbuds in the hallways, but we're not going to, you can wear a hoodie, but you cannot have any of it covering your head. Because the students, you were empowered to choose and decide that on your own. You will be allowed this year to carry your book bag and your jacket or coat to class, since we're not issuing lockers. We're not issuing lockers this year to ensure safety and proper social distancing. Our ID badges, if you need an ID badge, will be during the lunch. They will not be in the cafeteria this year. Our lunch will be provided to you 5th bell in your classes. So that would be the time, if need be, to get a badge. Our picture day will be September 2nd and September 9th, so make sure you dress your best. I'm going to be totally transparent about this, about our homecoming parade, our homecoming dance. It will all be decided about Hamilton County's CDC. Those are the individuals who decide on the amount of gatherings and how big that can take place. As of right now, I put a question mark about it because we're not sure if we can hold it. Just being totally honest. Do we want these things for our students and our staff? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I also wanted to make sure that you understand that we may or may not be able to have it. This is my Twitter handle. I would take a photo of this. I give information about students, about whether it's a snow day or whatever it may be that's important to Princeton High School and students and staff. You might want to look at that and add me onto your Twitter page or Twitter handle there. And so let's go back to our 3 characteristics and finish up with that, because this is who we are this year. This is what we're about as a Viking at Princeton. We're going to have a strong work ethic. We're going to be resilient. And we're going to have Viking pride. Princeton, have a great day, and as always, go Vikes.